Weaving Patterns is here. Power up with the Weaving Patterns event. Complete quests, earn golden thread, explorers moves, emerald dolls, and much more. It even says it right here, what you're going to get in the event, right? That's what we get in the event. Those are the rewards. Click this link for 500 energy. I think we should do that.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero War Central, and we have a brand new Weaving Patterns. It's like Weaving Patterns, but not nearly as good. First and foremost, they took out all of the Explorer's moves. Yeah, they did that. They also changed the Summoning Circle task, Summoning of the Great Ones. They changed this to 200. For 250 summons in the Summoning Circle. It actually used to be 700 golden thread for 180 summons in the Summoning Circle. And a lot of the tasks are like that. Yeah, now you can't really get much in the way of, well, I don't know. Up here in the top right-hand corner, the little Weaving Patterns icon, this is back. It's free. You can collect it. There's the moves right there. You only get a couple of moves, though. Like, you can only get this 3 times, assuming, the Weaving Patterns event is only 3. You get the free thread. Like, this used to be a little bit better, honestly, but it's still free. It is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and run through this event and kind of talk a little bit about, why they would do this. Okay, let's open 200. So I got to open all but 38. So why would they do this? I think, first of all, having this post right here and using the old text, you can see again, I'll put the little overlay up there. Using the old text, it's just rude. It's just really unfortunate whenever you really think about the player base and how you want to treat them. Yes, it does feel like things have been sliding in the correct direction as far as quality of life and transparency and, even, how good things have been. It's just, this just feels like a smack in the face, though. Like, no more Explorers moves. The good news is the Mysterious Island maps have lately been pretty trash, so not that big of a problem, I guess. But I think the big mistake that a lot of people are complaining about, and you gotta potentially count yourself among them if you're not careful, is, paying attention to the tasks. You can't just go blindly in to something just because it's always been how it's always been. Nice. Rank my chest level up. Oh, the guild's going to love that. Hopefully we see a bunch of rank ups in the chests this week during this event. Anytime that there's a new event like this, especially if you're going to be spending money, and by the way, okay, I need one more. And by the way, the end of this event, the end of Weaving Patterns is going to overlap a little bit with the Lyria event. So the Get VIP task is something that I would probably not do. I don't want you to do this Get VIP task. I know a lot of people just spent today. They just bought a lot of stuff because they, had an assumption about how the event used to be. And, if you're going to spend money on something, you should probably double check, right? You should probably double check into the value of emeralds spent, like what you're actually getting out of it. I do have empathy. I do have empathy for players that just went in blindly clicking things without double checking. But, one thing that we have to understand is this game as a business, they're going to do things occasionally that makes us scratch our head, makes us think, okay, they're really are just in it for the money. Golden Thread, it looks like, is becoming kind of the big money sink for Hero Wars Dominion Era. It used to be totems, but now totems are, they're the ability to get totems via nature season. I feel like we have nature season constantly. Like every 2 months we have a nature season. Every 2 or 3 months we have the other one with the light and darkness totem. So effectively you can get a golden ticket and for $30. If you do the guild chain, of course you have to trick somebody into paying for the more expensive one. So you activate the golden ticket and then you buy it for your guild, and you do like a buying chain around your whole guild for everybody that wants one. For $30, you can get a totem fragment. And yeah, there's 30 totem fragments that you need to, have all 5. And this is a random one, but the other one is a darkness and light only. So, that's a way to work into the darkness and light if you want specifically those. And, the new hero events, all of the new hero events, including the upcoming Lyria event, does reward us with the totem as well. So it really feels like they're pushing this golden thread as the thing. And, once you get to a certain point, right? Once you get to a certain point, it all comes down to getting that last, here, I don't want to do that one. Here we go. Getting that last little bit, right? It's 37.50, and there's a lot of people that throw a lot of math around. It's random, it's random. You have a chance to get it in one try. You have a chance to never get it ever, right? It's like, theoretically, if you flip the coin, you could get a tails on a coin every time forever. It's probably not going to happen, 50% of the time, or, some coins are actually weighted a little differently. So there are little nuances there, but whatever. You could potentially never succeed here. And there's no bad luck protection on this stuff. And the argument can be made that you do need multiple patterns. You do need multiple copies of patterns, so you can have 3 war flags. If you take a look at the various 3-team situations, you can have 3 war flags, right? I don't have any set in Grand Arena because I just don't care about Grand Arena because I can get rank 1 in Arena every day if I want to. You also need 3 war flags in Clash of Worlds, and having a good variety of patterns and multiple copies of different patterns is the way to go ultimately. So I can see, why they would want to go this direction. The random nature of it, right? Just the random nature of the last little bit to get, my 11.5% up to a 14%, the 2% chance. Like, that's a chase. It's an unending, potentially impossible unending chase that they're putting players through. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see more changes like that in the coming days. The new Mysterious Island for the Rock Fest is here. It's going to go live in 1 day and 11 hours, which coincides with the beginning of the Rock Festival event. I do have on screen now, I've got a video breaking down the Rock Festival map if you want to see all of the routes and all of the rewards and all of that. And I also have a video discussing the best strategy for the Lyria event. There are 2 strategies that you got to go with. You got to pick them at the beginning. So just spread the word, be mindful of that. You got to pick them in the beginning and you got to stick with it. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.